guys, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. Today's video is a little uncommon video. I hope you don't get to see this kind of videos in every other marine YouTubers channels. So today's video is about lowering the lifeboat. So that's the lifeboat, and today we are going to lower that lifeboat in the water. I am going to go down in the lifeboat and we are going to try out the engines, and then we are going to hoist it back once again and put it in its secured position. So I hope it will be fun to watch. It will be a fun experience for me as well. So let's get on with it. So what happens is we can only lower the lifeboat at a port or at anchorage when the ship is not moving, so then what we do first is we first take permission from the port authorities that okay, we are going to lower our lifeboat, and they can say that okay, go ahead, no problem, and then we start preparing for lowering the lifeboat. So firstly we have to remove the lashings of the lifeboat. By lashings I mean the gripes which are there on the lifeboat holding it additionally. So we remove that, and then we do a dry run once or twice. What is a dry run? Dry run is lowering the lifeboat without any persons inside once or twice, so that before the person enters and goes actually in the water, we first check that okay, it's working, there's no problem. I mean, if there is a problem, then at least we'll wait, we'll not go until that problem is rectified. So we do that. That's called a dry run once or twice, and then we go inside. For example, this time I am going, and with me OS and fourth engineer will be going. So one deck officer, one crew rating, and one engineer. Engineer is required because down if something happens to the engine, he can check it. We'll lower it, connect, and we will keep the FPD, the fall preventer devices, which you saw earlier in my lifeboat videos. We'll keep that connected to the hook because it will prevent accidental release of the hook. If during lowering the hook, if something happens to the hook, it accidentally gets released, so the FPD will be there to prevent the fall of the lifeboat. Nothing will happen. So after we are say above at least 1 or 1.5 meter above the water level, we will remove the FPD, and then again we will start lowering. And once we are water level, then we will release the hooks. There is a mechanism for the lever hook release, and then after the hooks are released, we'll try out the engines, and then we'll come back. So the basic point of lowering and this maneuvering is to check whether the lifeboat can be lowered actual in an emergency and everything is okay. So that's why we do it every 3 months. So we will lower the lifeboat, so the hooks are okay, the wire is okay, the system is okay, and then the hooks can be released. That's why we release the hook. It's called unhooking, and then we try out the engines in the water. So that's the basic point of this whole exercise. So I hope you will like this. So let's get on with it. 2 people need to be standby. One at the forward, holding the forward painter, and one at the aft. We need another person, as I said, at the aft painter, holding the aft painter to the boat. So I am inside the lifeboat now. We are 3 persons here. We are inside the lifeboat. Now soon we will launch the lifeboat. We'll get ourselves seated properly, and then we will go down in the water, and then we'll try out the engines, steering, and then we'll come back up. So I'm seated inside the lifeboat now. I'm at the conning position, and soon we will lower the lifeboat. I will report once we are all comfortably seated, and then we will lower the lifeboat. So now we have stopped at 1 or 2 meters above the water. Now we will take out the fall preventer devices, then we will lower again to the water level. The weight on the hook comes off as soon as the boat touches the water, as the lever moves from the green to the red zone. Okay, so now that we are done, we need to hoist the boat back to its stored position. So we reset the hook and make sure the lever is in the green zone once again.